into Kicking It with the Wolverines here. Alyssa Orange alongside Head Coach Kerry Castillo. And it is great to be with you. And if you have been with us all season long, thank you so much. If you're just joining us, welcome in. We love talking Bentonville West soccer and everything that they've got going on this season as we follow them throughout the entire year. And it is a big time week for the girls, and we will get into it because we have been waiting for this game since May
of 2025.
Big time game against Bentonville coming up on Thursday. We're going to get into that. So thank you again for joining us. But to start off the week, Coach, a big time win over Har-Ber. And I think when we talked last week, one of the big things in the focuses was just kind of just getting back on track after the loss to Rogers, and then what you guys took away from yourselves in that NWA Invitational.
Yeah, absolutely. We went to Fort Smith Northside after that was last week, and picked up a win there, but we knew we left some on the table in our play. And so that was really what we challenged the team with last night before we left, was that everything you need is right here in this room. It's already inside of you. It's just time to go express it and turn yourself loose to play freely. And I really feel like we did that last night. We scored 3 goals against a tough Har-Ber team. They have really good back line, a goalkeeper, and so to score 3 goals on them, I don't know that any other team in our conference has scored 3 on them this year. And so that was an accomplishment in itself. But in the fashion that we did it, that was another thing, because we had 3 other goals that were disallowed. I'm never going to question a referee in the middle of a game, but we look back at film and those are actually onside. But so we still had some left off the table, but we saw capable of.
At this point of the year, in that winning it's Har-Ber, do you feel like these girls just continue to learn more about themselves on the field?
Absolutely. Not just about themselves individually, but the collective, how they play together, what their teammates are capable of. And so they can then put them in better positions and in different positions with their passing and movement, et cetera. But more so, I think there's a big element of trust that gets a little more solidified with every day. What they see in training, and then what they see in the game fully expressed, against another opponent. And it's almost as if you peel back layers that they get to see and go, okay, now I think I could trust her with this pass, et cetera. And so we're really beginning to flex that.
Yeah. And you obviously want to continue on building what you're learning. You want to move forward, not backwards in that growth.
Yes. And so for us, that's what every practice is still. We're not just trying to win games. We're trying to develop our players, cognitively, physically, psychologically, and then tactically and technically as well. So my wife accused me of this because I was kind of telling her, we're almost there, we're on the brink. She said, your teams always start slow because you're trying to develop them into what they're going to look like in May rather than just win games now. And so that was a good reminder for me. It's funny how those spouses.
Perspective, man. That's
right?
That's what we're here for, right? Just to throw us some perspective and remember, you work so much in the moment, day to day, that sometimes that big picture you forget about, and then you have someone like your wife just remind you there's a big picture here. Looking at that win over Har-Ber, how big was it from a momentum standpoint now that you head into this game against Bentonville, where there's so much focus and so much determination and motivation in that game? Nice to come off a win and think about it.
Yeah, it's huge. The confidence boost, but also the way we played so freely and creatively. Now we can take that with us, right? It's like getting a new tool in your toolbox. Like, okay, now I can take that and apply that and use that the next chance that I get. Yeah.
How big is this game for this team?
In so many ways. I mean, when it comes to the conference table, it's gigantic. It could propel us forward into possibly even first, depending on some other things that happen in the conference, but you can only control what you can control. But more so because the players that were on the team last year, they want this one.
Yeah.
The way we lost last year in the semifinal, they only mention it every day. Only every day.
Only every 5 minutes.
For them, should we win this one, I think I'll see even yet another layer of their quality.
Yeah. But at the same time, you can't make one game bigger than it is.
No. We've tried not to talk about it. Even all of last week, we had all this time off because last week was our bye week in the middle of the week. And so we just tried to focus on, hey, let's just focus on one day at a time on what we're doing to get better. The opponents will come and go, but if we take care of what we can take care of, then things will come to us. And so we didn't even start talking about it until last night when the horn went off.
Right.
Yeah. So,
I know there's a lot of confidence in this team, and you could feel it, you can see it, but there's also a level of maturity that they know these games matter, but we also have to just take care of business. And I think that really was exuded by Hadley Moore. She's a junior. She's your captain.
sure.
She'll be joining us here in a minute. But the way that she even just speaks about the game, there's a level of respect for Bentonville, but there's a lot of motivation to prove themselves as a team.
Absolutely. And Hadley, my gosh, what a leader. And what you see here is just a snippet. That's just a small framework of her and what she does on the field. She's constantly leading. You hear the term field general, and that is Hadley Moore. And she did that. She was that for us last night, and not just in her communication and coaching on the field, but then she took over the game to give us the lead, and so she does. She helps create that level of maturity, and how even use the word professionalism, and the way she approaches the game. And last night she just had a glare about her. There was something else, and just watching her with this interview that she's going to do, you're going to see the competitor in her, just in the way she holds herself, and that's what she brings to the field, and she is absolutely going to bring that tomorrow night.
Yeah. Well, we're excited to hear from her. We're going to do so right after this. Welcome back to Kicking It with the Wolverines, and excited to have Junior Hadley Moore with us, joining us on this episode. And Hadley, excited to have you talk about your soccer, journey, the game against Har-Ber, the big game against Bentonville, and then of course trivia. Are you ready for trivia?
Yes.
Have you talked to your teammates about it?
I've heard. Yeah,
You've heard.
heard.
Okay, great. Well, here's the deal. KK got 2 last week, so you just got to try to beat her. She's in the lead.
I will try.
Fantastic. Fantastic. All right, but let's talk a little bit about how you got into the game of soccer.
Well, it all started when I was about 3 or 4 years old. I had a ball at my foot always, and so my parents put me into club. I started off at sporting. Our team unfortunately broke up a few years into sporting, so this one's a pretty big one. I went to a co-ed boys and girls team.
Okay.
I played with boys 2 years older than me. There was one other girl on my team, and that's what really drove me. They were better than me, so I needed to step up my game. So I practiced hours upon hours every day, every weekend, and stepped up my game. And I played with that team for about 2 years, and then I was like, okay, I'm old enough, they're old enough, I need to go back to a girls team. I went to FC Arkansas and, stayed with them 2 years, and unfortunately that team split off as well, but we all moved to Comets, which is where I currently am. Absolutely love that team. And that's where I am with soccer. That's my whole journey.
Yeah.
And I have always loved the game. I've played about every sport there is, but soccer has always stuck with me. I just love it. I can read the game. I love reading the game as you're playing the game and everything.
What do you think that comes naturally to you, being able to kind of just see the field the way that you do and be able to, like you say, read the game?
I think a lot of it just comes from experience. As I started back, first playing soccer, I started at defense. I was naturally a defender, so I would read the game from the very back line, and I would read these defenders. If someone did a certain touch or a certain something, the defenders would move this way, and it would create gaps. And you want gaps in soccer. That's where the ball can be played. That's where you can dribble. It's where you can shoot, like a triple threat.
Yeah.
And then when I got moved to midfield, it was just I could read those gaps even better because I saw the movement of the midfielders when I was back at defense. I saw movement of the forwards when I was back at defense. And now that I'm in the midfield, the ball is more at my feet. I can use my dribble to create space. I can use my dribble to bring defenders towards me to create those gaps for my teammates to move in, for dribbling, shooting, and that's how I do it.
What's the biggest difference between club ball and high school ball?
With club, there's, as you get older, you don't get into a whole lot of tournaments a lot. Usually for club, you just go to showcases. You showcase yourself to colleges and like, oh, congratulations, you won a game. But with high school, I mean, you have something you're playing for every year. You have that state championship that every team in your conference wants. And unfortunately, it's not like that with club. And you obviously want to win games. You have that competitiveness in club to win games, but there is just such a bigger drive with high school to win a state championship. And you're competing with like rivalries like BHS. In club, there's not really much rivalries. You're playing people from Kansas City, Oklahoma, Missouri, Texas, all these things.
Yep. What do you want your soccer career to take you to the next level?
Well, I would definitely like to play soccer in college. I currently am still looking and I'm just trying to find my best fit. But I'm just hoping to make like the little girl that loves soccer proud, you know?
That's awesome. What's it like to represent Bentonville West on the soccer field?
Oh, it's amazing. You know, we put so much into practice. We work so hard in and out of practice, and to wear that like logo on my like shirt and jersey and to wear the captain's logo as well. I mean, it's very much an honor, and it, like going back to what I said, it gives me a drive to win state and a drive to play for this team that we worked so hard for and that I built such a close relationship with.
You talking about that captain logo? What was it, or what does it mean to you to be able to be voted a captain and to be a leader for this team?
Oh my gosh! I mean, I remember the first time I got told I was a captain. I was just so like honored. I feel honored to like, one, represent the team, and two, be chosen as someone to lead this team. Like, I love these girls, and even if I wasn't a captain, I would still lead them. But to have that badge or the band and to wear it and to truly be known as a captain to represent them, that also just pushes me. Like, I need to be who they want to be. Like, I look at them and I'm like, I was once their age. They're gonna like, I was looking up to people when I was my age, so I need to be that person for them, and I need to represent our team good, represent myself good, represent my faith good, and, you know, because then when I leave, they're gonna be juniors, they're gonna be seniors, and they're gonna carry on the legacy that I helped and the other captains helped build.
I love that. Looking at the season so far, big game and a big win over Har-Ber recently. So let's talk me through that win and how that unfolded.
Well, it was definitely a close game. We scored the first, and then they came back, so then it was tied. Then there was a second goal, and then they came back and tied it, and then thankfully there was that third goal that really solidified us to win. And after that third goal, there was, I mean, not that much time left. We went into like straight defense mode. We all worked hard. We all made sure we had every man covered because they had a couple fast forwards that could like break through and they could go score. But, you know, we shut them down really good. And our movement through the midfield is like so good. Our connection is really starting to be built between our back line, midfield, and forwards.
When you look at that win, how big was it of a win to kind of just get back on track in conference play, but also to take some momentum out of what you guys learned about yourselves as a team from the NWA tournament that you had?
Yeah. I think it really, like, it was a big win. It really solidified us as a team. We know what we are capable of. We showed it in that invitational. we played our hearts out in that invitational, and we showed those Oklahoma teams like who we are. And because we did that, that means we can show our conference who we are as well. That we're not just just like some other Bentonville team that you can just push around. Like, we know who we are.
Speaking of knowing who you are, got a big game on a Friday, and it's a game I'm sure that you and your teammates have had circled on the calendar for quite some time. Let's talk about this game against Bentonville.
I'm so excited. I have been very much waiting to play this team. It's a rivalry, throughout our whole school. Football is a rivalry. Basketball is a rivalry. Baseball, softball, soccer, everything revolves around the BHS and West game. So to be able to play it and it's a home game too. I mean, it is on our turf, and I am just so excited to finally get to this point where I'm playing BHS, we're playing BHS, and we're going to go and we're going to win.
I know you're motivated. How much of that motivation have you held on to from the loss last season to end the playoff run?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot of motivation because, some things just don't turn out the way you want it to be. And unfortunately, that game was one of those things where you can't control it, and that's life. So, and ever since then, I mean, that was back in May. I don't know how many months that is, but I've been waiting to play them again because they make their way through things, and we're ready to play them.
What's it going to take to beat them on Friday?
I think it's going to take the whole team. It's going to take resilience. It's going to take effort. It's going to take grit, hard work, and it's going to take never giving up on each other, no matter what. If something doesn't go our way, which it could. I mean, there's things in life that happen, that things don't go your way, but we cannot give up because we do have a chance to beat them, and we will. And I am fully confident that we have the team to beat them, and we have the hard work and the effort and just the grit to beat them.
Well, it sounds like the place to be on Friday night is the Bentonville West soccer game, and of course go out and support the Wolverines in that really big game that, again, I know you guys have been looking forward to. So big time win, or big time game, and hopefully a big time win. All right, we have reached the point of our conversation where we get ready for trivia. Are you ready?
Yep.
Ready as you'll ever
I
be?
am
Fantastic. Okay, so I've got 5 questions as I open up my questions here. And like I've told everybody else in the past, some are about the game. Some are more like soccer pop culture. Some are more about, professional stuff. So it's a nice mix of questions. If you want, I can, with one question, we can go back to it. If you're like, I'm going to think about it, can I go back to it? You get that opportunity with one question.
Okay.
Okay? Fantastic. Here we go. And again, KK got 2. So you just need to either try to tie her or beat her with these 5 questions, okay?
Okay.
Here we go. The first question is, how long is a standard soccer match?
98 minutes.
There we go. 1 on the board.
Okay.
Well done. Well done. Which team has never missed a World Cup?
Is this like soccer all around or
This is mitts.
Mitts.
Okay.
Argentina?
Brazil.
Oh.
That's okay. That's okay. What popular 90s girl group is David Beckham's wife a part of?
Spice Girls?
Yes. Well done. That is 2. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So now you're tied. Okay. What should be the circumference of a size 5 adult football?
Like, just gonna take a wild guess. 7 centimeters.
27 inches.
Oh.
So I don't know what that equals in centimeters, but that's okay. All right. So you've got 2. You need 1 more. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Last question. Which country won the 2022 World Cup?
it Argentina?
It was.
Oh my gosh.
Well done.
Seriously?
Well done. It was. So you've gotten 3 now. I will give you a bonus question.
Okay.
You can name the most famous person on that Argentina team. Yes, look at her. You got it. Yes.
Oh my
Well
gosh.
done.
Thank you.
Well done. Okay, so we'll give you 3 plus a bonus. So you can
Okay.
walk around saying you got 3 and a bonus question. But you're in the lead now.
Oh, perfect.
With our questions.
Wow.
So congratulations. See, the captain. I would not expect anything less from you. Hadley, it was great to spend some time with
It
you.
was
Thank
great
you
to
for
spend
joining
time
us.
with you. Thank you.
We'll be right back with more Kicking It with the Wolverines. Welcome back as we wrap up this episode of Kicking It with the Wolverines. And as we always do, my favorite part of the episode is Coach's feel-good moment of the week. So what you got for us this week?
It's got to be Hadley Moore's goal last
Okay.
night. Yeah. She just helped build. They had gone on a counterattack. Our back line won the ball, found Hadley, and then she just created and found one of her teammates to continue the build up. She made a run in behind their back line, and KK Fenton, who was on the show last week, just made a pinpoint pass to put her right in front of the goalkeeper, and Hadley finished it as the goalkeeper was coming out to get her. She finished it right past her, put us up 2-1, and we never looked back.
Well, there you go. And obviously there is that field vision as she talked about a little bit ago. Is pretty impressive. Again, big time win over Har-Ber. You've got a game against Bentonville. Best of luck to you. What comes up after that?
Yeah. Spring break.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
So are we doing anything
Great.
fun?
We actually are going to a tournament. Yeah.
Okay.
Yay,
More soccer.
More soccer. But it's just yeah, more soccer.
That's great.
But it's a fun tournament.
Yeah.
A lot of our girls are gonna be on vacation. We're like, hey, go be a kid, have fun.
Yeah.
And those that can go, we're gonna pull some girls up from junior varsity and let them get some experience and play against some varsity teams from Missouri and
Okay.
just learn and get better.
Soccer.
Yeah,
Soccer. Spring break.
Soccer.
That
Yeah,
that sounds lovely. So
Until
it should
summer.
be fun. Looking forward to catching up and talking with you about all of that next. But best of luck against Bentonville,
Thank you
Coach.
very much.
I know it's a big one.
Yeah. Beat BHS.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us on this week's Kicking It with the Wolverines. We'll see you next time.